Hello, I'm Shreya Thomas, you are 15CI001. Today I'll be explaining the 10th experiment of networking that is based on wireshark. So for that I'll be using the wireshark network analyzer. So first we'll click on Wi-Fi, go to start, and then here I'll be giving any random page like maybe my Karunya. So whatever the message are passed, packets are passed, I'll be getting in this. So I'll be going to the first DNS packet. In this I have frames, Ethernet, IP version, transmission, and etc. Now we'll be seeing the questions. So the first question is, examine the frame for the first DNS packet sent by the client. It talks about the first DNS packet, so we have clicked the first packet. Now the question is to identify the MAC and IP address of the client. So we'll be going here. Yeah, so in this we should identify the MAC and IP address. So the MAC and IP addresses, this is the MAC address, and the IP address for the source and destination is this. Source is 10.2.30.138 and destination is 216.58.220.42. Now the next question is, what is the content of the type field of Ethernet frame? So what content it is of Ethernet frame, you should see. So it says it is type IP version 4. Now coming to the next question. Examine the IP header for the first DNS packet sent by the client. So we should and the IP header for the first DNS packet, what is the header length and what is the total packet length. So we'll be going here. We should tell the packet length and the header length of the first DNS packet. So the header length is 20 and the packet length is 41. Now coming to the next thing. Identify the protocol type and what is the number and the type of the protocol in the payload. So we'll be going here. Protocol type is so my question was to identify the protocol type and what is the number and type protocol in the payload. So I'll be going here. So my protocol type was UDP and the length is 37. So the next thing is identify the client emperor port and the server well-known port. What type of application layer is in the payload? So the answer is UDP, that is user datagram protocol, and the source port number is 49926 and destination port number is 53. So my next question is, confirm the length field in UDP header is consistent with IP header and length information. So in my wireshark I can see that my UDP is source port is this much and destination port is this much, and the length given is 37 and the checksum is also given. My IP version 4. Then one more thing is this. The one more thing is internet protocol, that is the IP header field length, that is Internet Protocol version, and this is the source and header. Well, it's version 4, and the header length is 20 bytes in that, and total length is 57. So coming to the next question, examine the DNS query message in DNS packet sent by the client. So for that, we have to go to the domain name system query. So my question is, what field indicates whether message is a query or response? We can see here, this is the field, that is domain name system query. This indicates that it is query. Yeah. Now the next question is, and this is the field which shows that DNS is a query. Now the next problem is, what information is carried in the body of the query? Now what are the informations carried? That is the questions, answers, authority and additional authorities. That is the body of the query. Now coming to the next question, what is the query transition ID? That is transition ID. Yeah, this is the query transition ID, that is 0xC542. Now coming to the next question, identify the field that carries the type and class of the query. So identify the field. So the question was, identify the field that carries the type and class of the query. So yeah, so this is the class, that is type A and class is in. Now the next question is, consider the packet that carries DNS response to the above query. What should be the Ethernet and IP address of the packet be? So we'll be going here. This is the Ethernet and IP version 4 addresses. Now coming to the next question, that is, what is the size of IP packet and UDP gram? So we should find the total length of the IP packet and UDP gram. So we should do here. So the total length is 57, and for UDP gram the total length is 37. So my next question is, identify the frame that carries first TCP segment in three-way handshake that sets up the connection between the HTTP client and server. So in the same wireshark, I have typed TCP, and I have selected the first package which has the protocol TCP. So my question was, what is the source and what is source Ethernet and IP address to expect? So this is the Ethernet source and this is the IP address. Now the next question is, what is the length of TCP segment? So in the so this is the thing, length is given, sequence that is 0. Here TCP segment length is given, header length is given. Now the next question is, what is the initial sequence number for the segment for client and server? So the initial sequence number is 0. Then initial sequence number is 0, then the length is 0, and so the next thing is, find the hexa character that contains the sync bit. So for that the answer is this. This is the character that contains the sync bit, that is set. Now next question is, identify the frame that carries HTTP GET message. Examine the flag bits in the TCP header, and can you explain why 2 flag bits are set? So this is the flag section of the TCP, and these are the flags: reserved, congestion, echo, urgent, and all. Now next is, what are the lengths of the TCP segment and payload? So the length is here even it was given the length initially even it was 0. So that's all about my program. Thank you.